Hello and welcome along to episode 10 of this Cricket 19 career, the England years with me, Daniel. We're back as promised to carry on the first test of our test series against West Indies live at Edgbaston after a drastic failure with the bat in the first innings. You can catch up with the rest of the series and the last episode in the eye above if you want to know what I'm talking about. We did make a little recovery with the ball, but today is all about redemption. So if you have missed any of the series so far, as I say, it is in the eye above. If you're looking forward to this one, please do put a thumbs up on the video. The seamers gave us all sorts of trouble in our short spell last time out, and I'm sure with the same man opening the bowling today, it might well be the same. But let's have a quick look at where the match stands before we go and get into this. Of course, we got to 449 in the end, largely thanks to a double century from Jos Buttler, the second time he's done that since we've been in the England team. Timothy Waddle, a man we bowled at, got 145 in reply for the Windies, but they only made it to 320. We did take a wicket with our second ball. The left-hander Darren Bravo clean bowled through middle stump. But other than that, it was a short and difficult spell. 1 for 15 off 5 overs, and Waddle hit us for a fair few runs. We did have Hetmeyer looking a little bit dodgy, but fortunately, we were taken out of the attack for his sake. So we're going to get back into our second innings with the bat today. We're only at lunchtime on day 3, so there's a couple of sessions to try and build a lead for England, already standing at 129 pre-innings. But we need to do it pretty quickly as well, so we've got a chance to bowl the West Indies out. So let me know how you think we're going to get on. Can we beat the 1 that we got last time out? And will it take us to 10 balls to get there as well? Or are we going to fail again? This left-handed seamer, I'm going to leave everything outside off because we kept edging and we kept making mistakes. So I'm going to try and be more careful here. Finally, if you don't want to miss any of this series as we do move through the England year, all building up to that Away Ashes series, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. We'll have 2 episodes a week from this series, daily FM20 content and a weekly live stream as well. So thank you so much for your incredible support. Now let's go and face the first ball. We can't put it off any longer. First ball of the innings then. It's McGee who in the first innings changed the field, bowled outside off and made it difficult every time. And we're going to have to be a lot more patient outside off and maybe try and be a bit more aggressive to the other fielders. To the other bowlers, sorry. But we have still got that space down the ground and we have still got space to the leg side. But it's only taken him 3 balls to beat the outside edge and thankfully there's no nick on that. Half the over gone and it looks like the same pattern's going to ensue here. We really need to be careful. He's outside off again. We had that one covered. Actually tried to play defensive. Not sure why the stroke went through there. But it's okay, we've survived after 4 balls. It doesn't look convincing, don't get me wrong. But confidence is a big thing. We get out the way of the short one. And we've just got 1 ball left to see off the over. Then we need Vince to get us on strike and let him deal with this left-hander. Should actually suit the right-handed batsman a bit more. There's a space on the leg side if we can get it away here. Full delivery just outside off. And we played all around it again. A maiden to start for McGee and our problems are not going to be resolved against him. Let's see what James Vince does. So James Vince has not helped us at all here. He gets 6 off the first over he faces, but doesn't get us back on strike. So we're now facing McGee again. He's continuing this brilliant line, and I think we just have to accept that there are going to be a lot of dot balls in this innings. We have to understand that we can't keep playing at these. They're so wide outside off. He's got all the slips, the gully and the point fielder line up. He's just waiting for us to play at one. He's waiting for us to off the bat, to catch a little nick, to misjudge one, to try and swing all around it. So we've got to be careful. It's a short ball this time. Oh, it's hit us. Can we get off strike? No. Tried to think about a quick single, but that was never going to work. But you can see now my desperation to get off strike. The confidence is gone. And we just need to get off the mark against him. We didn't manage it last time. This one's full. That's down the ground. There's no mid-on for this ball. And that is a perfect shot. McGee will have to retreat now as we hit him for 4. A dodgy delivery. Almost a full toss in the end. And we get it away to the boundary. Let's hope that affects his confidence as well. In he comes again. Bit more narrow. Oh! Oh, wow. It didn't affect his confidence. Let's see how we do with the last ball. That mid-on gap's plugged now, but there's space to the leg side and we get it away. It's going to be at least 2, I think. The fielder's coming round, but we've scored 6 runs off the over and that is already a vast improvement despite multiple scares. Right, 4 overs gone. James Vince has got 4 off his second over and that one swung away. It looked like it was going to be easy to hit to leg side, but we got it all wrong in the end. The only gap really is at mid-wicket, where we can try and get 2 with the fielders going round, but again it's an awkward angle, and McGee's got his bowling line back now. 6 runs we've scored off him, so already an improvement, but we just have to be patient, we have to stay in. Mid-wicket's been covered now, but there's space at mid-on and there's space on the leg side, and we get that one away. It might just be one, and hopefully James Vince will see off the over so we can face the medium pacer instead. That was where we got our run in the first innings, the one single run, and I'd like to add a few more there. And to be fair to him, he's done just that, and he's got 4 runs off him as well. But there isn't much space to this medium pacer, so full delivery, we don't beat the fielder, and that's going to be a dot. Any chance at an overthrow? No, good backing up there from the fielders. So it is a very cleverly set field here to Spain. He has conceded 10 runs to Vince, but for us, of course, we're lacking in confidence. Oh, not again. We've edged at one outside off. We've judged the pace wrong. He threw in a quicker delivery, and it has absolutely beaten us. A thick edge to the slips. Oh, it's almost identical to the first innings. But against the medium pacer, that is criminal. To get a thick enough edge to carry there is absolutely ridiculous. And the poor form with the bat continues. 7 off 17 balls. And the frustration, the build-up of slow runs has probably caused that. We were delighted to get onto the medium pacer, and we thought we'd done our job. We relaxed a bit. And he's ended up getting our wicket. So let's see what England do without us here. Well, I think it's fair to say my opening partner's shown me up again. James Vince, after his 74 first innings, makes 123 here. Joss Buttler, another half century. Those two competing single-handedly for man of the match. But England come into this innings with a lead of 500. And the West Indies are now 127 for 5. So it very much should be an England victory, this. Day 4 it is, and we're late in the day. So the only thing that's going to stop us is time. We've probably got about 25-30 overs left. We've just got past the tea break. And if we can get a couple of quick wickets, we might guide our side to victory. Now, one of the men at the crease as we come in is Hetmeyer, who we had a great spell against last time. But him and Nicholas Pooran playing much to real life form now. Quick scorers, good run scorers, and causing a few troubles for us. So let's get in with our usual test field and see what we can do against the left-hander. It's Pooran that we're facing first. So we'll start as usual with the off-breaker. Just make sure we don't get out of shape. And it's defended very well. Let's go into highlights mode and hope we get a few overs before the end of play. If not, of course, being a test match, we have got day 5 as we go in with the wrong un. It counted for Bravo earlier on. Second ball as well. And almost caught Pooran up, who does well. But we don't want this to go to the final day, because the longer it goes, the more nervy it gets. The harder it gets as well. Back to off-break. Oh, it's a bit wide, and he's just able to leave that. We can't afford to give away free deliveries here. So let's get the flighted one in. Let's really tempt him onto the stumps. Can we force him to play? We can, and he gets it away well. A good player of the flighted delivery, and they're going to go for 2 here. Look at the speed. Hetmeyer came flying back, and he got back for 2 before the throw even came in. Brilliant running from the batsman. And we'll go for the standard ball. 5th of the over. In at the stumps, tiny bit wider. Hooked away. It's going to be another single. Not quite as well struck, but that's 3 off the over now. And the final delivery's going to Hetmeyer. It's going to be a top spinner. He's probably a little bit nervous about facing us. Straight at the stumps. Straight to mid-on. Well defended. 3 off the first over. West Indies 130 for 5. We need to recover after that batting display again. Second over then. Hetmeyer on strike. So we'll start with the flighted one, which they normally score off. And we'll see if he can do any worse against it. He can't, but he can only find a fielder in the circle. And again, he's struggling to score off us. And that's something that we've got to take the positives from. We're just trying to tempt him. If every ball's going for the stumps, he has to play a shot. If he misses, we get the wicket. If it hits his pads, we get the wicket. If he edges it, we might get a wicket. We've got to bear those in mind. Every one, we've got to keep him on his toes. This one's at the stumps too, and it's defended away again. Mid-wicket's getting a bit of action today. Let's throw the wrong one in then. We know it works to the left-handers on occasion. And will it this time? No, it's away. And they've run a quick single, just about get back. The throw's probably to the wrong end. But I think Hetmeyer would have just made it at the bowling end as well. He moves on to 20 and seems delighted to be off strike. Off break, a penultimate ball. Straight at the stumps again. Well defended again. Pooran looking far more comfortable against the spin. And the final ball, the top spinner, is the last one for him to defend. The only one he didn't face from us last time. Just outside off. Oh, he exposed the stumps, which is a positive. And the fielder there at Gully just gets down in time to prevent a run. One off that over, a much more economical spell. Here we go then, third over to continue. We're not sure, with 18 overs left today, how much more we're going to get. Oh, we just beat the outside edge there. It was a little wider. In fact, it was a poor delivery. But he just fished at it a little and almost got something on it. This time he defends, he's back to his usual standard. But just one little lapse in concentration there from Poran, and potentially could have been the golden ticket for us. The top spinner on the stumps, little bit of air on that, but he does get it away comfortably, and they're going to run two here. Again, really good running, and he's just back in time. A direct hit possibly would have got him worried, but I think he still would have made it. So Poran now on to 29. We're going to go for a full delivery actually, just try and catch him right in the stumps, off guard, but he digs it out. Really good defensive work from the batsman, and we just can't find a way through this guy. So we're going to throw the wrong one in. It's something that's worked, but not really in this innings. Although he does expose the stumps, and he's found the gap between second slip and gully. Do we have to change that again? Do we put an extra man in there? We've got to avoid that shot, as they nearly run a third there. It would have been criminal, but they cancel it just in time. Poran on to 31. I've got to change the fielder there, especially against Poran. So the gully is going to go in at fourth slip. I think we'll go for that for now. It's a little bit narrower, and hopefully they won't be able to get it away, and point should cut off the next angle. Certainly prevent more than one. But final ball, top spinner's coming in. Poran's had a couple of times he's been tempted to expose the stumps, but this time he finishes with a clean defensive stroke, and it's straight to the man at mid-on. 3 overs gone, and we're just conceding a few little runs. Over number 4, we've conceded 8 runs. The West Indies just 1 away from bringing up 150 now, and if they can get to the end of the day without losing another wicket, I think they'll be happy. As we just try and catch out Hetmeyer there, he was getting a little bit lazy with his return to the crease, but they're okay in the end. So the Doosra's coming out. Surely we've got to get a breakthrough eventually. He's exposed the stumps again, and this time swings to the man at point. It's only a matter of time with that one, I'm so sure of it. So let's throw in the flighted delivery, and this time we're going to go a bit wider to Poran, because he's generally done well when they're on the stumps. But he's just forced a defensive shot to leg gully there. It's really good batting. He looks so confident. He just looks at ease playing against us. So the off breaker, just outside off. Awkward to defend, but he does it well. And it leaves us just 2 balls in the over. So we're going to go for one more standard. And then you know we always finish with top spin. But defensive shots galore from Poran. He is comfortable to wait all day and see out the draw. Top spin to finish. We are on course for a maiden. That's the one positive. But he goes for it, and it's straight to mid-off. Our first maiden of the innings, and a second of the match in total. 4 overs gone, and we've just conceded 8. West Indies still waiting to bring up 150. Well, in the following over, Ben Stokes brought in, and West Indies have passed the 150 mark. Poran doesn't get any of those runs though, so we can try and camp him in again. A maiden last time, and it's our 5th. We've gone a bit wide there. That's a poor delivery, and we've done well to get away with a dot there. If he'd probably been in more confident form, I reckon he'd have gone for that. But let's get the wrong one in. We know it nearly worked last time. Can it work this time? Oh, he sweeps. Thought the timing was going to be off, but he's got it right. And I'm going to confuse him by throwing in 2 in a row. And hopefully it will have the effect we're looking for. It doesn't. He just gets it away. He cuts it to point. Still a dot ball though, and we're building pressure. It's now 9 shots in a row, that he hasn't scored off against us. And that surely has an effect soon. We've made it 10. Defended to mid-on, and surely he's going to lose his rag at some point. He's a young, exuberant player. He's not going to be the most disciplined in the test arena. I know he's aged a couple of years in here, but he's still a young player. He's still a T20 style player. And we have to try our best to get him rattled. 11 shots in a row now. 11 dot balls, and now we throw the top spinner in. Does it tempt him out? It does. And he controls it brilliantly. He's going to get at least 2, probably 3 by the looks of it. They're turning, they're going for it. The throw's got to be good, but it is not. And it's easily back, but hang on. Oh, we've got in the way. Oh, no. The wicket keeper went to throw it to the other end. It was great work by Folkes. And we got in the way. If it had left it, it'd be a direct hit. And with 5 overs gone, we've now conceded 11, and we're going to bowl at Hetmeyer. But let's look. Poran's lost his wicket at the other end. I've got to go and take a look at that quickly. A dot ball to start the over. Stokes bowled him LBW. So that 3rd run that went through in the end was a blessing in disguise. Let's see if we can get Hetmeyer in trouble. Top spinner. Second ball of the over. We don't normally throw them in that early. On the stumps and defended well. You'd thought we don't normally get more than 6 overs in a row. This is probably going to be our last one. So let's throw the wrong one in. Hetmeyer scoring a bit more freely today. And he comes out and defends that to mid-off. He's looking really comfortable there. But if they're going to keep getting caught LB by Stokes, we've just got to be economical. It's an off-breaker. Fourth ball of the over. In it comes. Well defended away. And it's going to be 2 runs, I think. Petty's going quick. Are they going to gamble for a third again here? I think the fielders there are a bit quicker. They're still going for it though. He's gone for it and it's a poor throw. Really feeble in the end. And unfortunately, both batsmen were back. We've got to throw another wrong and in. Just 2 balls left in our over and probably in our spell. Can we catch him? He's looking so good. It's Petty on strike now. And the left-handers are causing all sorts of trouble. Back to normal service. Struggling to bowl to left-handers as the off-breaker comes in to finish. And it's defended away to mid-wicket. A dot to finish the over. West Indies 163 for 6. Well, I think we're going to leave it there on a cliffhanger. We're back for day 5. It's 11:36 in the morning. West Indies still need 268. But they've only got 2 wickets left. I mean, it's a matter of time, surely. Hetmeyer's still there on 66. And in it's Spain and McGee, number 10 and 11. A chance for us to get a little bit of revenge after a first 2 dodgy innings against West Indies in this series. That is going to be the start of the next episode before we then head into the second test against the same opposition. This time I think the second test is at Lord's, so it's going to be a much better hunting ground for us. We've often had good scores there. And I'm hoping we'll be able to recover a bit, because 2 single-digit scores does not look good on the CV and doesn't bode well for our hopes of staying the test opener for England, particularly in a series as important as the Ashes. But if you did enjoy this episode and what was a pretty torrid time for us, please do put a thumbs up on the video. You will say sometimes you like to see a bit of struggle. You don't like it when a series is all too good and dreamy. Well, this one certainly isn't. Out for 1 and 7 in these 2 episodes and only 1 wicket in 11 overs bowled. So we'll be back to bowl out the last of the West Indies batsmen next time round. Fingers crossed we'll get 1 or both of those wickets. And then in the second test we'll come in with a new mindset and hopefully it will be a completely changed performance, particularly with the bat. Will we even get the chance? There's nothing to say we won't be dropped at the moment. So let's just hope we're in the team first. But if you did enjoy the episode, please put a thumbs up on it. If you haven't already, subscribe down below for 2 episodes a week from this series, daily FM20 videos, a weekly stadium review series, and a live stream every Tuesday morning as well. The head coach will be back later today before we discuss an FA Cup giant killing tomorrow on the channel. Thank you so much for your support with it. Please do, if you're a football fan, check out the podcast channel as well. There's a link to it in the eye above. There's interviews with current and former professional footballers, topical podcasts, including a few special ones at the moment, and weekly predictions from the championships and all the big playoff games coming. So certainly a few not to miss over there. It really is going mad at the moment, so thank you for your support. And I hope to see you next time as we try to recover for the 3rd episode in a row with the bat.